I became a landscape architect through my early exposure to horticulture, market gardening and that sort of thing, and then I went to Lincoln College, Lincoln University now, and studied horticulture and got interested in ornamental horticulture, which led to an interest in landscape architecture, which led to me going overseas and getting a degree in landscape architecture. I guess I was more interested in design initially, because ornamental horticulture sort of led on to design. But when I got really into landscape architecture, I discovered it was really about the environment and ecology and design and interpreting natural systems and cultural things and cultural influences. And it just grabbed me. It was so relevant at the time, because in the early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, it was when the environmental era really kicked off here with Manipuri and those sort of things. And people were searching for understanding the environment, and landscape architecture brought a lot of those things together, and particularly in terms of the visual environment in those days. And I think we made our mark then, and sure, it's changed since then, but the fundamentals are still there, and it's grown tremendously in 50 years. No, I was never a great designer. I think I enjoyed collaborating and working with people, and most of my career I've spent working with other disciplines, and I've enjoyed that. My interest has evolved more into landscape planning, which is the bigger picture thing, if you like. Not excluding design, but integrating design in the sort of resource management planning area. I don't know, I can't give you a design or anything, but I would say that the establishment of the teaching profession at Lincoln was an important thing on reflection with Charlie Challenger, who was a mentor to me. And also the establishment of the Institute. That wasn't easy when we established it, and it had its ups and downs in its early years. Getting members wasn't easy, but today it's flourishing and it's in real good hands. So I guess I just reflect on the profession as coming from where there were one or two people involved in the late 60s, early 70s, and now there's something like 600 practicing members, and that's very, very healthy for a country our size. I think we have an empathy with our environment. Our isolation probably helps. I don't know, I guess it's just the way we relate to the land and the people that are here. We've done really well. I think we're very much a bottom-up sort of profession rather than top-down, and I know in some countries a lot of it is top-down, it's intervention on changing things. Here we change things, but we understand, we build it from the bottom up more. We understand nature and culture, I think, as much if not better than a lot of other countries. My philosophy around work was, as I said, I enjoy collaboration, working with others. I like to have fun when we're doing the work. I like to have a good client, preferably a good budget, and just working together to realise something that's quite exciting and above all get it built. Having said that, there are a lot of projects which I won't say they're unbuilt, but nothing's happened, if you like. We've retained things as they are and done something in a way that people just think, well, that's great, it's just natural, when in fact we've helped steer it in the right direction. So a lot of things that landscape architects do and landscape planners doesn't result in something that people say, wow, it's just something that people accept because it's right. Landscape architecture has evolved incredibly in 50 years in New Zealand, well, worldwide really. The profession's in pretty good hands. It's really quite exciting, some of the work that's been done, and the attitude and philosophy of some of the recent graduates and practitioners. I think the profession's in good hands.